Recording.
All right, we're just
Good morning.
bring everybody into.
Hello, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bev. Is that Abby? Hey, Abby. Hi, Will. Ashley, so glad we got your spelling of your name correct. Good morning, everybody. All right, I see you're all still popping in here, connecting to audio, so I'm gonna give it just a second. Okay. All right, it looks like you can all hear. Okay. So good morning. I know for some of you it's a lot earlier than others. I think we have some people in California, Pacific Coast, so it's like 7:30 over there. So good morning and thank you for joining us so early. Just introduce myself really quickly because I don't know everybody anymore, which is awesome. It means that this has grown. My name is Brittni. I live in Jersey. I know some of you from work, and work is a women's empowerment organization. And then I know some of you from First Form, and that is our community in fitness. And then some of you are from high school, and then we have Tina's community in here. So this is pretty awesome. So just welcome. And I wanted to start today, as we always start, with a little bit of inspiration. It's kind of like I woke up feeling a little like today, and I know that that's a common feeling these days, right? Like this is all a roller coaster, and some days we're up really, really high and we're really positive, and then other days are low, and then some days we're just anticipating. So today for me was like an anticipation day. So I just wanted to address that because I've had a couple conversations personally over Instagram in the last week, and it seems that a lot of people are going through that type thing now, because this is like, I don't know, week 8. So part of that is like a lot of us aren't operating in our normal schedule, our normal routine. So there's a few things there's a lot of things actually that we can do to help that. One, the fact that you all showed up today for yourself to go through a mindfulness exercise and to go through yoga, like that is going to help us tenfold. And then another really brief thing I just wanted to touch on. If we are used to operating in routine and we don't have that same routine right now, maybe pulling back and planning our days ahead of time will help us with that, like instill some structure. And then we have something to fall back on. So with that, I'm going to introduce Keely. Keely is my friend. She lives in Illinois. She is going to take us through a quick mindfulness exercise. And let me just make sure you're unmuted. You are.
Hi, is that me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm really glad that Brittni brought up routines. But first, I just want to say, I think that there's a beauty contest to get in here because every time everyone on here just looks so pretty. So there's that. I'm excited that everybody's here again. I saw a bunch of you a couple weeks ago, so I'm excited to be back. So as talking about routines, that's another version of that is the new habits that we like to form or that we want to form. And usually a new habit is something that we deem is more positive or healthy. Usually we're not trying to add a new habit into our day that is not good for us. So how do we make a new habit? How do we make something stick? Despite a lot of the common language with making new habits, they're not formed by repetition. They're not formed by consistency. They're not formed by forcing it into your day. Habits are solidified by our emotions. And when I say that, I mean that when you feel successful, that moment of accomplishment after doing something new that you want to incorporate into your life more, that feeling of accomplishment. Now, bear with me. There's a little science here, but I think you'll like it. It gives you more agency when you understand what's happening in your brain. That feeling of success creates a chemical reaction that actually changes the myelin sheath around your neurons. This allows a much stronger electrical impulse so that the pathways are faster and more reliable. This is what makes the habit feel automatic. There's very little effort involved in this. So that feeling of success, to get really good at creating habits, we have to be mindful of that feeling. We can't squash it. We can't move on too fast. We can't minimize the accomplishment and just say, well, it's just yoga, or oh, it's just water. You know, really leaning into that feeling of success. And so first the habit grows in size or in intensity. Maybe if your goal was to drink a bottle of water, you slowly start to drink a bottle and a half. Next, then you just start viewing yourself differently. Like, oh, I'm the type of person that drinks water. Now that step is huge. It's this powerful feeling and the confidence that it gives you that's going to change how you make choices every day, which leads us to the last part of really solidifying habits, is that usually all research shows that bringing in a new habit naturally brings on additional habits that are consistent with that new emerging sense of self. So if weekly yoga is one of your new habits, maybe throughout the week you practice more mindfulness, or you drink more water, or you stretch throughout the day more frequently, those kinds of things. All of this is just reminding you that any type of habit you want to incorporate in your life, you have to be mindful of that feeling of success. So with that said, we're just going to lay on our backs and get nice and comfortable, and starting with just a few breaths with a very soft focus. Brittni's standing up, but she's gonna lay down with a nice soft focus, maybe at your hands or at the ceiling if you're down on your back by now. Take a big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. I have allergies. As you breathe out, just gently flutter your eyes closed. Just breathing, just a natural state of breath. Feel the weight of gravity just pressing into the floor. Maybe your hands on the floor, your arms feeling heavy. Just settling into the space around you. Start noticing the different sounds, both the sounds that are close by, far away. Now bring the attention back to the body and just notice how it feels right now. Just checking in, not changing anything. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel uncomfortable? Just noticing how you feel. The rising and falling of the breath. Allowing thoughts to pop up, not pushing them away, just noticing when they come up. And at any time, if you feel distracted by a thought, just bringing that attention back to the breath. And as you prepare to go through this yoga flow, Noticing how your body feels now, being mindful and present with how you feel now, so that afterwards you can feel the difference and notice the difference of how you feel. And when you're ready, flutter your eyes open and let's get ready to feel successful.
All right, I think this is where I come in. Thank you so much, Keely. That was amazing. If you guys are on your backs, we're going to continue there so you can stay down, taking up as much space as you would like. And just continuing with that breath, taking a nice deep inhale, a nice deep exhale, and continue to allow that breath to fill up the body. Taking notice of those parts where if you are uncomfortable, maybe you send the breath into those areas. And just take a quick little body scan, see how everything is feeling. And maybe pausing here just for another moment to set an intention. That intention could be for yourself, it could be for someone or something you love, it could be as big or as little as you need it to be. Good. And then on your next inhale, you can just start to rock the head from side to side, begin to wiggle those fingers and toes. And then keeping the legs nice and long, we're going to inhale and bring that right knee into the chest. Good. All right. And you're going to hold it here, giving yourself a nice big hug. Maybe rocking the knee from side to side just a bit. And then on your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and open up that right knee to the right side. Your left hand is going to come down to the mat. Your gaze is going to come over to the left. And we're just going to continue to open up the hip. Just going to switch my view here real quick. All right. And take a deep inhale here. Your hips might feel a little bit tight. That's okay. And then as you exhale, bring that right knee back to center. We're going to grab on with our right hand, left hand. Our right hand's going to come down to the mat. Take a deep inhale here first. And then as you exhale, bring that right knee up and over. So we're getting a nice spiral twist. Use your inhale to find space along the spine. And as you exhale, maybe you twist just a little deeper. Holding it here for 3, for 2. Great job, everybody. Using your breath, we're going to inhale, bring that knee back to center. We're going to extend the right leg nice and tall. Now, if your hamstrings are super tight, you have to keep the knee bent. That's okay. We're going to take our arms overhead. Take a deep inhale, reach for the wall behind you. And then as you exhale, can you crunch up and try and touch your toes? Inhale, release. Exhale, crunch the toes for 2. Release. Keep sending the navel towards the spine as you crunch up. And going for 4 and 5. Can you give me 2 more? 1 more. Hold. Good. Slowly lower that right leg down. Take a nice full body stretch. Big inhale. Stretch everything from fingertips to tippy toes. And exhale, release. Great job. Let's go ahead and bring that left leg in towards the chest. Giving yourself a great big hug here first. And again, maybe just slowly rocking the knee from side to side. On your next inhale, we're going to take that left knee out and over to the left side of the room. My right hand's going to come down to the right side of the mat. My gaze will follow. I'm just gonna breathe here. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Keeping the mind quiet. Good, and on your next inhale, bringing that knee back to center. We're gonna go ahead and grab onto it with our right hand. Left hand comes out to the side. Inhale here first, and then on your exhale, go ahead and take the twist. So same thing, you wanna use your inhales to find space, and using your exhales, maybe dig a little deeper into each pose. Breathing here for 3, for 2. Great job, everybody. Let's go ahead, inhale, coming back to center. We're going to extend that left leg high this time. Again, you can keep the knees soft if you need to. Inhale, arms overhead, and then exhale, crunch up for the toes for 1. Lower it down, going up for 2. Good, really use that core to bring you up and to lower you down. We're at 4. Squeeze as you crunch up for 5. 6. Almost there, 7. Last one, hold. Woohoo! And lower it all down, nice and slow. One more full body stretch here. Big inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, release. Good, so staying on our backs, we're gonna just take our right hand and we're gonna cross it over the chest. We're gonna use our left hand, grabbing onto either the forearm or the tricep, and just push the right arm closer to the chest. See if you can, try and keep that right shoulder down and away from the ear. So you might be familiar of this pose when you're like sitting or standing, not so much laying down. But I like doing it like laying down because I'm gonna try and get both of my shoulder blades flat on the mat. One more inhale here. Oh, that's easy. Good, you can go ahead and slowly release that right arm. And now we're gonna take that left arm up, cross it over the chest, and then again, use your right arm, assist it closer to you. Keep pushing that left shoulder away from the ear this time. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Good, good, good. Great job, everybody. On your next inhale, using your core, we're slowly going to come up to a seated position. So just roll yourself right on up. You can cross the legs, you can keep them straight, whatever is best for you. Good, so nice and tall, maybe wiggle things out. On your next inhale, watch out, baby. You're just going to take your arms out wide, and we're just going to go ahead and cross it over the chest. So we're just going to kind of loosen ourselves up here. Woo. And then we're going to go ahead and take some nice big circles, going backwards, opening the chest. My cat likes to pretend she's in the circus. And then let's bring them 3 times forward. Come on. Let's wobble. She thinks this is a game. It's great. Good. One more big stretch here. Nice. So then from here, what we're going to do is, I'm going to face this way so you guys can see me better, is we're going to bend our knees, bring them kind of close to our glute. We're going to send our arms behind us, allowing the fingertips to face either the back of the mat, or if that's not comfortable, have them facing the front of the mat. Going into a reverse tabletop first. We're going to inhale, start to send the hips up towards the ceiling, drop my head. Good, so come into like a crab pose here. Squeeze those glutes, take a deep inhale, we're not going to be here too long. As you exhale, we're going to lift the right leg high, just for 1 breath. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And then we're going to lower our seat back down, trying to get nice and close to that left ankle. And you can just kind of walk your hands in. You need to move those fingertips. I know my wrists are super stiff today, so right now my fingertips are facing the back of the mat. But we're going to focus on stretching our or excuse me, our right glute. Take a deep breath here. For 3, 4, 2. Good, we're gonna come back to that tabletop position. So if you moved your fingertips, you might just wanna send them back towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the hips. Send that right leg high. Lower it back down. Squeeze. And then inhale, left leg lifts. Hold it here for 1 breath. Crossing it over the right thigh. And then sending the hips down. You can take any adjustments you need to further stretch out that left quad, or sorry, left glute. Come here. Take a nice deep breath here. Maybe roll up the ankles. We're hanging out for 3, 4, 2. Good, so once more time, coming back to that reverse tabletop. Inhale, send the hips high. Release the foot up. Lower the left leg down. Lower the hips down. Woo, my arms are burning. Let's go ahead and cross at the ankles. Roll right on over, coming to your traditional tabletop position. So now we're on all fours. My wrists are underneath my shoulders. My knees are underneath my hips. My core is nice and tight. Just gonna wiggle it out here. Excuse me. And then on our next inhale, we're gonna send the right leg back behind you. Flex the foot a lot. Keep squeezing the glutes. Keep the core nice and tight. On your next inhale, see if you can send that left arm forward. If the balance is not with you today, you can keep the hands planted. Take a deep breath here. For 3, 2. Now from here, we're going to go out to the side with it. So my right leg's coming out to the right side. My left hand's coming out to the left side. Woo, hold it here for 3, 2. Returning it back to center. Inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Rock those hips up from side to side. Little balancing act to begin practice with. On your next inhale, let's send the left foot back. Again, keep everything nice and tight. If you find that you're falling into the shoulders, really push through those palms and keep those arms super strong. Right hand is gonna come forward. We're gonna hold it here for 3, 2. Good, taking it out to the side. Woo. Squeeze the glutes, hold it here for 3, 2. Coming back to center, inhale. Exhale, lower it down, rock it out. Good job, guys. From here, we're gonna go through 2 rounds of cat-cow. So you're probably familiar with this if you've been joining us each week. But on your next inhale, we're gonna send the head and hips nice and high. My shoulder blades are coming down my back, which is allowing my shoulders to be away from the ears. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, imagining the middle of your back reaching for the ceiling. So we're tucking the head, we're tucking the hips. My belly is curving into itself, so it's nice and hollow. One more time, inhale, head and hips rise. And exhale, coming into our little hollowing cat pose. Good, and then coming back to center when you're ready. From here, we're just going to tuck our toes. We're going to send the hips back towards the heels. Lift the knees, and coming into a downward dog, you keep the knees nice and soft for this first round. So I'm keeping my knees bent, but I'm still pushing my chest through towards my thighs. Keep the head relaxed. Maybe paddle out those feet. Take one more inhale here. Good, looking forward. We're just going to walk our feet up to a forward fold at the top of the mat. On my next inhale, my palms are going to come to my shins. I'm going to stretch everything out. So creating a nice long spine. Inhale here. Exhale, rebend those knees, grab opposite elbows, and just forward fold. Coming into what we call a rag doll. So think about the whole top body just hanging heavy. My head is working towards the mat. My weight is towards my toes. And maybe you go from side to side. Woo, just hanging out here for 3, for 2. Good, you guys are rocking. We're gonna come back to center. We're going to inhale, start to rise up, Urdhva, so full body stretch here. Reach for the ceiling, big stretch, maybe a back bend. Good, and then exhale, forward fold. So taking it nice and slow this morning. Let's go ahead and soften those knees. We're gonna send the left foot back behind us, coming into a low lunge. So my right leg is bent, my left foot is straight. I'm pushing my energy through my left heel. Good. And I'm just gonna switch positions so you guys can see me. But on your next inhale, we're gonna keep the the left hand down, and I'm gonna send my right fingertips up towards the sky. So I'm coming into a nice twist. Option to stay here, or maybe you continue with those arm circles just like you would strum a guitar. You're taking nice big circles for 3, 2, 1. Good job, rock stars. Let's bring that right forearm onto the right thigh. I'm turning my left foot so the left heel is on the mat. And I'm going to inhale, come into an extended side angle, just a modified side angle. Left fingertips up and over. Good. Yeah, so take a deep breath here. Allow the gaze to come up towards the ceiling. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Good job. On your next inhale, we're slowly going to come back to that low lunge. So I'm just going to frame out my right leg. I'm back on my left toes. I'm lowering the palms down and I'm sending my right leg behind me into a plank position. Squeeze the core, take a deep inhale. Soften those knees. Send the hips back, downward facing dog. So again, you can either keep the knees bent for this time around, or maybe you start to extend the legs. Pushing the chest towards the thighs. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, come high into those toes, bend those knees, look forward. Start to walk yourself to a forward fold. Good job, guys. Let's come to that half lift. So palms to shins. Inhale, big stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva, full body stretch here. Get out all those little kinks. And then exhale, forward fold. We're going to go ahead and soften up the knees. This time we're going to send the right foot back. Left knee is going to stay bent. Find your low lunge first. And then when you're ready, you can plant the right palm to the inside of that left leg. Inhale, left fingertips up towards the sky. Breathing here for 3, 2. Again, option to take those big circles with the arms. 1, 2, 3. Good job. This time the forearm is going to come onto that left thigh. My right foot heel is going to come down to the mat. And I'm going to inhale, send my right fingertips up towards the sky. Pushing here, deep breath. Feel the side stretch for 3, for 2. Good job. Let's start to frame out that left leg. Coming back to those right toes, take an inhale. We're going to send the left foot back behind you, finding your high plank. On your next exhale, let's lower down to the knees. I'm going to take you through the modification first. Inhale, come forward. Start to hug the ribs with your elbows as you bend the arms. Good, lowering it down. Inhale, lift the chest, find the baby cobra. So my chest is nice and high. Exhale, lower the head back down. Tuck the toes, inhale, maybe reach out to the high plank. Bend those knees, find your down dog. Woo, good job, guys. Take a deep breath here for 3, for 2. On our next inhale, we're gonna lift the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. We're gonna plant that foot right in between our palms. So again, returning to that low lunge. If this is ever too much for you, you can always drop the back knee down, but hanging out here, maybe you do little rocks forward and back, slowly opening up the hip. Now, option guys to either keep the arms planted or working with the balance. Maybe you can come unsupported, squeezing the core, looking down or holding it here for 3, 2, good, 1, release those arms back down. We're all gonna walk our fingertips to the inside of that right leg. My left heel is coming down to the mat. And now I'm just gonna kind of adjust my position of my top body to face like a 2 o'clock. So getting nice and low with this right hip, inhale. Exhale, take a nice walk over to the left knee bends, right leg straight. Inhale, take it back to the right. Back to the left. Good. Coming back to that low lunge, we're going to lift the top body, walk ourselves to the front of the mat. We're going to bend that back knee, and then inhale, straighten out that right leg. So coming into our Ardha Hasana, our half split. Take a nice inhale here, keep the top body lifted, and then as you exhale, slowly start to lower it down. So my goal here is to feel a nice hamstring stretch in the right leg. So if you imagine trying to scrunch up the mat or your rug in between the right heel and the left knee, you're going to start to feel a nice pull in the right hamstring. Take a nice breath here. For 3, try and relax the head if you can for 2. Good job, guys. Inhale, half lift. Start to walk yourself forward, bend the right knee, keeping the left toes nice and tucked. We're going to straighten it back out, come into that low lunge. And then I want you to walk the left foot in just a little bit, so like 1 hop in, and then inhale, straighten out that right leg. So now I have 2 straight legs. I'm sending the right hip back, left hip forward. And then again, I'm just going to start to lower my forehead towards my shin. If you take a look down at your feet, you should see them being parallel to each other. So imagine that they're on 2 train tracks. Inhale here. Exhale. Good job, everybody. On our next inhale, this is going to be so much fun. We're going to lift our top body. We're going to bring our fingertips to the front of our mat. We're going to soften up that back knee, and we're going to take a nice hop forward. So my right leg is standing straight, my left leg is in the air, coming into a standing split. Take 1 inhale here, and then exhale, forward fold. Return that foot down. Go ahead and rock it out from side to side. You might notice that one hamstring is a lot looser than the other right now. So we're going to take it nice and easy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Let's go ahead and straighten out or balance out those hamstrings. Forward fold. Good. Step the right foot back, followed by the left. And the option for flow is yours. So if you want to modify like we did on the first round, you can. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower it down, chaturanga. Inhale to an up dog. And then when you're ready, exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Woo, good job. Paddle your feet out. Once you get there, take a nice inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, lift the left leg nice and high. And then again, exhale, knee to nose. Looking forward, planting that foot in between the palms. And taking a moment here to adjust. So again, just waking up the hips. Maybe you stay here, maybe bump a little forward and back. Keeping the chest lifted and the core tight. Maybe you come unsupported for 3, 4, 2. Awesome. Go ahead and lower those palms down. Let's bring both hands to the inside of the left leg. My right heel is coming flat to the mat. I'm going to start to send my top body to about 9, 10 o'clock. Hold it here first for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift, walk yourself over to the right. Soften that right knee up, getting into the hips, maybe a little deeper this time around. For 3, 2, take it back over to the left. Ooh, good morning hips. For 3, 2, take it to the right. For the last round. 2. Good, and then inhale, walk yourself to the front of the mat, finding that low lunge. So my left knee is nice and soft. I'm gonna go ahead and lower that back knee down, and then inhale, straighten out that left leg. So maybe the left toes reach for the ceiling. You can either stay here if that's enough, or you can start to slowly bend the top bottom. Good. And breathe. So now we're focusing on that left hamstring. You should feel nice resistance there. You don't want to over push it though. So if your body's telling you to give some slack, feel free to either come up onto the hands or maybe soften the knee. Hanging out here for 3, 4, 2. Good job, everybody. Let's all start to lift the top body, walk ourselves forward. Tuck the back toes if they aren't already tucked. Straighten that back leg up high. Looking forward, we're just gonna walk the right foot in, maybe about like 1 hop. And then inhale, straighten out that left leg. Ooh, and then as you exhale, bring that forehead to the shin. Good. So thing to keep in mind here with your cars pose is that you always want whatever leg's forward, you want to send that hip back. So I'm going to think about sending my left hip back, which will allow my right hip to come forward and square out my hips all together. Take another breath here for 3, 4, 2. Inhale, we're going to lift the top body, bring our fingertips to the top of the mat. We're going to bend that right knee and give yourself a nice little hop forward. So my left leg is straight, my right leg is straight in the air. We're hanging out here for 3, 2, 1, forward fold. Good job. On our next inhale, we're going to take a half lift. I want you to go ahead and take your 2-piece fingers, grab onto your big toes, and then exhale, re-bend those arms. Forward fold. Hang out here for 3, 4, 2. Good job. Slowly release. We're going to inhale 1 vertebrae at a time, rise up to Urdhvastasana. Get that full body stretch. Wiggle out those hips if you have to. And then exhale, forward fold. So use your breath to guide you through the flow. Option to now either jump or step back to your high plank. You can either modify it by coming down to the knees, or you can inhale, go straight into your chaturanga. If you're kind of over the flows, you can always just meet us in down dog. Go ahead, paddle off those feet. Maybe bend those knees. Release. On our next inhale, we're going to come high into those tippy toes. We're going to bend those knees. So we're hovering tabletop. Exhale, hips back, down dog. Inhale, come onto the toes. Bend the knees. Exhale, hips back, down dog. One more time, I promise. Inhale onto the toes. Bend the knees. This time we're going to lower the knees down to the mat and walk our hands closer to the top body so we can stand up on the knees. Ooh, all right. Great job, everybody. I hope everyone can see me good. So from here, excuse me, you can either keep your toes tucked, which is the easiest way of doing this pose, or you can untuck the toes. We're coming into a camel position, but there's 3 different ways you can go about it. So the first way is we're just going to take our fingertips, have the fingertips pointing down, and they're at my lower back. So they're going to be my support. From here, I'm just going to take a nice inhale, reach up, and then exhale, just start to slowly send the head back. Now you might not go very far in this pose, and that is perfectly okay. Because what we're doing is we're sending the hips forward, and we're just kind of relaxing the head. This might be as far as you go. Now, if this is easy, maybe what you do is you start to reach for the heels. There it is. Or block. But wherever you are, I just want you to let the head kind of hang heavy. Take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale for 1, for 2. Good. And then using your hands as support, we're just going to guide ourselves back up. Good. Arms can come down to our side. We're going to untuck our left toe, and we're going to send our right foot front. So we're going to keep our right knee bent, our left toes untucked. We're going to squeeze those glutes. Inhale the arms by our ears. I'm going to touch my palms together, and then take a side stretch over to the right. So a lot of balancing this week. Hang out here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back to center. From here, I'm going to lower my left palm to the inside of my right leg. I'm going to send my left fingertips up towards the side, so I'm in a twisted position. We kind of played around with this earlier today. Take 1 inhale here. On your next exhale, I want you to tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, so we're in a low lunge. And then using your core, what I'd like you all to do is keeping the twist, we're going to come to a high lunge. So my top body is twisted, but I'm standing nice and tall. Here just for 3, 2. Thinking warrior 2, I'm going to windmill those arms. My left heel is going to come down to the mat. My right leg is nice and soft. Super strong here. Arms are away from the ears. Take 1 inhale. Good. Let's go ahead, straighten out that right leg. Hinge forward as much as you can at the hips first, and then lower that right palm down to the shin, and left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Breathing here into your Trikonasana triangle pose. Deep breath for 3. Maybe you even reach further down the leg, or you come down to the ground for 2. Good. And 1. So from here, we're just going to soften up that right leg. We're going to lift the top body back up. We're going to straighten out that right leg. Arms are going to come to our hips. Bring our right toes facing forward. Coming into our Prasarita, we're going to take a nice inhale here first. And then exhale, start to hinge at the top body, forward fold. So you can drop the palms down. You want the head of, the crown of your head to just kind of hang heavy. And where you go from here is totally up to you. So option to maybe walk those fingertips forward and take a big wide stance down dog. Option to walk them through the legs and, play around with that pose. Maybe you grab onto the ankles, maybe you soften the knees. Just listen to whatever your body needs right now. We're hanging out here for 5, for 4. Slow the breath down for 3, 2. Good. Inhale, we're all going to come back to center. We're going to heel toe our feet into the center of our mat. So we're in a nice kind of forward fold here. On our next inhale, we're going to lift the top body back up. Our arms can come down to our shoulders. Our hips out here. So I'm standing nice and tall in the center of the mat. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the right knee up high. I'm going to send my right leg behind my left. So my right toes are coming to the edge of the right side of the mat, left side of the mat. My knees are nice and soft, and my hands can come down to prayer. So what I'm doing here in my Grishma is I'm sending my weight into that right ankle, that right heel. So finding a calf stretch. If this is uncomfortable, play around with where you land that right foot. Some people have to take it wide, some people take it a little closer together. But just breathe. We're almost done. For 3, for 2. Okay, this is the fun part. Listen carefully. We're going to inhale, straighten out both legs. Like a little dance, we're going to pivot towards the front of the mat. And then come to a forward fold facing the front of our mat. Woo! Good job. So from here, we're going into our quad stretch. So finding our mountain pose, I want you to stand nice and tall. I want you to really push all four corners of your foot into the earth. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Did a lot of moving around, so let's slow it down a little bit. On our next inhale, I want you to slowly start to send the right knee in towards the chest. Ooh. Maybe hold on to an invisible pole or the ear. With your left hand, we're going to grab onto that right ankle. Excuse me, right hand, right ankle. Good, standing tall. We're sending our hips forward. We're feeling a nice stretch here in the quad. And you can stay right here. You don't have to take it any further. Or if you're familiar with the dancer pose, you can go ahead, send your left arm up by the ear, zip up that core, and then start to hinge at the hips, coming forward. Again, take it where your body will go. My balance is not with me today, so I'm just going to hang out right here for 3, 2, and 1. Let's all lower the right leg down. Rock out the hips, maybe roll out that left ankle if you're like me. Good. And then on our next inhale, we're going to bring those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. From here, we're going to send our left foot to the back of the mat. Think 3-legged dog as you send your right leg up into the sky behind you. On your next inhale, we're going to bring that right shin to the top of the mat. So we're coming into our pigeon pose. I know this is a big favorite, mine at least. So take a quick look behind you, make sure that leg is nice and straight. Keep the top bottom lifted first. And then once you're ready, you're exhaling, you can start to walk it down. So again, this is another pose that is different for everyone. You might just be hanging out on your hands. I love this because then I can really focus on sending my right hip towards the ground. But if you're super flexible or you're feeling it today, you can take those fingertips forward and go further with it. But wherever you are, this is an amazing pose to just kind of quiet the mind back down and do a body scan. Check in with yourself. See how things are feeling. If there's any sticky spots, maybe acknowledge them by sending the breath to that area. And if you've lost your breath, maybe this is a great opportunity for you to come back to it. Just take another few inhales here. And exhale. If you find this is a very uncomfortable pose, you can always put like some type of support underneath the right hip. And if you find that that doesn't help, you can always come down to your back and cross your legs and do it that way. If you have any questions, you can hit me on Instagram after this, or let Brittni know and I can help you out with the answers. 2 more deep inhales. Good job, everybody. Great, and then on your next inhale, we're slowly gonna come back to our palms, start to lift the top body. And then we're gonna tuck the back toes, lift the back knee off the ground. And then pushing into the palms, can you send the right leg behind you into a high plank? Take 1 inhale to prepare, and then exhale, move through a flow of your choice. So if you wanna come down to knees, chest, and chin, you can do it that way. If you're playing around with any inversions on this, go for it. We'll all meet in down dog when you're ready. Good. And then on your next inhale, we're gonna go ahead and come high to those toes. We're gonna bend those knees. And then exhale, downward facing dog, straighten out. Inhale, high to the toes, bend the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, inhale, high to the toes, bend the knees. And then this time, lower the knees down to the mat. Good, so from here, we're not gonna go back into a camel pose. What I'd like us to do is, keeping the sit bones high, we're gonna walk the fingertips forward and start to lower the chest down. So think like a little puppy who's like trying to play with you. You know how they kind of like line up their butts and they kind of bring their top body down? That's what you want to think of. Who doesn't love hanging out puppies? Hanging out here for 3, for 2. Good job. We're slowly going to lift the top body back up. Walk those fingertips closer to you. Come back onto your knees. Good. Such little adjustments here. Let's bring our fingertips to our hips. This time I'm going to untuck my right toes. I'm going to bring my left toes to the front. Finding a nice low lunge here. Inhale, arms up by the ears, palms to touch. Take one inhale, think about reaching up first. And then as you exhale, take it over to the left. Nice side stretch here for 3, forward 2. Good job. Inhale, coming back to center. I'm going to go ahead and send my right palm down to the inside of my left foot. Left fingertips up to the sky. Twist here, maybe more than you've twisted before. We're going to tuck the right toes, lift the back knee off the ground, so finding that low lunge, extended side angle. And when you're feeling good and ready, we're going to become light on those right fingertips and start to lift the top body, keeping the twist. Good, really twist it. We're hanging out here for 3, for 2. Thinking warrior 2, we're going to windmill open those arms. My right heel is coming down to the mat and nice and soft in my left knee. Super strong here. We're looking awesome. We're hanging out for 3, 2. Inhale, straighten out that left leg. Hinge at the hips. Lower the left palm down. Right fingertips up. Good. So thinking about creating a nice long line from the ceiling to your fingertips, down your back to your shoulders, out your left toes. We're twisting here for 3, for 2. Good job. Let's just slowly soften up the left knee. Lift the top body back up into that warrior 2 just for 1 moment. Good. Straighten out both legs. Hands to hips. Left toes are going to face forward. We're going to inhale here. And then exhale, forward fold. Prasarita. So same kind of deal as we did before. Maybe this time you change it up by grabbing onto the ankles, or if you want to take an inversion, whatever kind of feels good. But I want you to focus on sending the weight forward, and then allowing the crown of your head to just really hang heavy. I don't want you to hold on to any tension in the upper back. Hanging out for 5, for 4, for 3, 2. Good, let's all plant our palms down. Inhale, lift the top body. We're going to heel toe our feet towards the center of the mat. Good, and then slowly, nice and easy, rise up. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to do this facing the back so you guys can see the back of me and how that looks. The same thing, this time we're going to inhale, bring that left knee in towards the chest. You can keep your hands on your hips. I'm going to send that left foot behind my right leg, and my left toes are coming all the way out to the side of the mat. My knees are nice and soft, and then my hands are going to come to prayer. I'm pushing most of my energy out my left heel, so that's where you should feel the stretch the most, is in that left calf. Good job, and breathe. For 3, keep it lower, for 2. Good. Inhale, 2 straight legs. We're going to pivot our top body to face the front of our mat, and then come to a standing Tadasana mountain pose at the top. Good. So do any dance that you have to wiggle things out. Get nice and sturdy into the earth. So sometimes I like to lift up my toes, lower them back down. Stand up nice and tall. Awesome, guys. Let's go hit that quad stretch on the other side. So this time I'm going to bend my left knee, grab onto my left ankle using my left hand. My right hand, I sometimes like to pretend there's a pole there and I'm holding onto a pole. But I want you to zip up the core, nice and tall, and send those hips forward. So again, option to stay right here, or maybe you go ahead and send the right arm up by the ear, looking forward, pivot at the hips. Breathing here for 3, for 2, and 1. Wherever you are, slowly start to release that left ankle, wiggle it out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, this time we're going to send them behind your lower back. Interlace the palms. Good. Send the palms down to the ground. Allow the head to fall back behind you. Ooh. Start to soften up the knees. And then lowering the chest onto your knees, the hands can come up towards the ceiling. Good. Lower the palms down. This time we're going to go ahead and send the right foot to the back of our mat. Thinking 3-legged dog, we're going to send the left leg up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, left shin to the top of the mat. Good. So again, take a quick look. Make sure the back leg is nice and straight. Take an inhale wherever you are. And then as you exhale, go to wherever this pose will serve you today. So for me, I'm going to come down to my forearms. But for you, you might hang out on the palms. And just take nice deep breaths here for 3. Good, so just like you did on the other side, check in with yourself. See how are you feeling, how is your body doing? Take notice if one side is a little bit different than the other side. Take notice if you have some sticky areas that maybe you send the breath to. And as you breathe deeper into those sticky areas, you find some comfort. And just quieting the mind, acknowledging the work that you've put in so far. We're so close to the end. Hanging out here for 3, for 2. Great job, everybody. On your next inhale, you can slowly come back to your palms. You can tuck the back foot, lift the back knee, send the left leg behind you. Good. Now, option to either go through a final flow, or if you're ready to move on, we're just all going to meet on our bellies. So we're going to slowly, maybe to the count of 4, lower it all down to the belly. Send our right cheek down to the mat. And if you're there with me, we're going to untuck the toes and bring the arms in front of us. So almost like a Superman in a sense. Good, now from here, we're going to do this 3 times, but they're kind of different. We're going to make our way to a full bow pose. But to start, what I'd like you to do is soften the right knee, using either your hand or a towel. See if you can grab onto that right ankle. Good. Now you might want to bring your head to face forward. So bringing your forehead to the mat. On your next inhale, now you're not going to get super high with it, so I know this is weird, but we're just going to start to lift the chest up and push that right foot into that right palm. Now, option to maybe use those left fingertips to lift the chest even higher. Breathing here for 3, for 2. Nice quad stretch. Good. Go ahead and lower it down. Release the ankle. Maybe wiggle out those hips a little bit. Woohoo! And then when you're ready, we're going to soften up the left ankle. Grab onto it with either your hand or a towel. Right fingertips are forward. My forehead is on the mat. I'm sending my left shoulder behind me. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, push that foot into the palm, start to lift the chest. And again, maybe you use your right fingertips to assist in getting this a little bit higher. Hanging out for 3, for 2. Good job. Go ahead and release everything down, wiggle out those hips. So you can probably figure out where this is going next. What I'd like you to do, when you're ready, is bend both knees. Now this is different for everyone. You can either grab the outside of your feet or the inside, whatever is most comfortable. This is a great opportunity for a towel as well. Forehead is on the mat. Take a deep inhale to prepare. Exhale, sending the feet into the palms. It's going to help lift you all up into this back bend. Now, for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Excuse me, Miss Evie. Fingertips are going to come to the mat. We're going to wiggle out those hips. Thinking child's pose, I just like you to lift the top body and send the hips towards the heels. Bring the third eye down to the mat. Take a nice breath here. Pausing to just thank yourself for what you've done so far. And then you're welcome to stay here, or maybe you send that right arm underneath the left. And then that right cheek, that right side of your face is going to come down to the mat. Excuse me. And then using your left fingertips, can you send the hips further back? So finding that arm stretch we kind of started with, but on our backs earlier today. Keeping the shoulder away, the right shoulder away from the ear. We're just going to breathe here for 3, or 2. Awesome. Let's go ahead and unthread that needle. So bring that right fingertips back to the front. Inhale, go ahead and thread the left arm underneath the right. Left cheek is going to come to the mat this time. Keeping those right fingertips active, we're still pushing through, sending the hips back for 5. For 4. For 3. 2. Good job, everyone. Let's go ahead and unthread that. From here, we're going to make our way to our backs. So you're going to join me. I'm just going to come forward into onto my belly. And then I'm just going to roll right over. Good. So once you've gotten onto your backs, you can take up as much space as you would like. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. You're welcome now to either just kind of fall into a Shavasana, or I'll walk you through one more side stretch. Bringing your feet together, your arms can come overhead. You can cross that that left ankle over the right, and then take your right ankle to the right corner of your mat. Option to stay here, or you can now grab onto that left wrist, and then take your right wrist over to the right corner of your mat. So creating like a banana shape. Closing the eyes and just breathing into that left side body. 3, 4, 2. Good. When you're ready, you can stay here as long as you want, or we can go ahead and come back to center. And then just taking it to the other side. So this time I'm crossing my right ankle over my left. I'm grabbing onto my right wrist. I'm moving my left ankle to the left corner of the mat. And then I'm moving my right wrist to the left corner of the mat. Trying to keep both shoulder blades down to the earth. Focusing on a side stretch there on the right. Breathe for 3, or 2. Good. And when you're ready, you don't have to move right away, but coming back to center. Taking one final full body stretch. Deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. Allowing the entire body to just melt into the earth. Allowing the face to relax. The space between the eyebrows to soften. allowing the shoulders to just kind of sink deeper away from the ears. The fingertips and toes can just hang heavy. And I want you to take just 3 very long and deep inhales. And exhale loudly or quietly through the mouth, however it comes out. You don't have to be on my time, but whenever you're ready, you can go for that second deep, long inhale. And release. I always like to imagine the breath starting at my tippy toes. And as I take my long inhale, it just kind of flows up through the entire body, filling the belly with air, the ribs with air, the chest, and just making its way to the crown of the head where I want to hold it for 3, 2, and exhale. And allowing that breath to just roll back down the body, returning down to the toes. When you're ready, there's no speed. You can stay here as long as you'd like. I'm just going to go ahead and start to bring my knees into the chest, give myself a great big hug. Maybe move them around a little bit, massaging the spine. Just thank myself so much for making time for myself today, coming to my mat and going through this flow early in the morning. And when you're ready, maybe fall over to the right. Oh. Just kind of like hang out here and think about the intention that I set in the beginning of practice, making it one that I'd like to carry throughout the day. And then when you're ready, there's no rush. You can meet me at the top of our mat in a seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Again, hands can either come to the knees. You can have the palms open to receive and give energy, or the palms facing down if you need a little bit more grounding today. I just want to thank you guys so very much for joining us this week and every week. It really is a joy for us to see you guys come together, come into this community, and we can't thank you enough for it. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, everything you got going on. And if you need anything or if you have any questions, please reach out to us. So the light in me sees and honors that same divine light in each and every one of you. Namaste. All right, Britt, you can go ahead and take it from here.
Thank you, Tina. That was amazing and literally exactly what I needed today. So I did go ahead and pop over in the chat our donation for the week. So these classes are free. They are an optional donation though, because we figured we could use this as a way to do our part. And so the classes are optional donation, and the organization that we chose is FLAG. FLAG stands for Frontline Appreciation Group. And the way that it works is you donate to FLAG in a specific community, and then the women or whoever's running that organization, that community, use that donation to then purchase meals from the local restaurants in that community, and then they provide that to our frontliners. So it's full circle, and it's a way for you to be involved and for you to help without having to leave your house and put yourself at risk. So every week we've chosen a different community of your communities. So this week we chose Connecticut. We have a few people that come in here every week from Connecticut, and also Tina is moving to Connecticut in 2 days. So one, I just want to say props to you for hosting yoga while you're packing and all of that craziness is going on. I know it's a lot. So you'll find the information for that location in chat, but then also we wanted to ask you to drop your Instagram handles and your location in the chat, because that's how we choose which flag we're able to donate to every week. And then also it helps us tag you all on Instagram and stay connected. So again, Tara. Tara said, Tina is truly amazing and giving human. So thank you all for joining. This is really such a cool way to see all of our communities come together. And oh, Hope, I want to give you a little shout out. I know you've been working your buns off on Sundays, so I'm glad you could join. Again, we will catch you all on Instagram, and we'll be doing this again next week at 10:30. But then also on Mother's Day, we have a really special meditation happening. So it's not the usual, we have our normal yoga, but then later in the day, I invite you all to join Big is the women's empowerment organization that I work for. We're hosting a special gratitude meditation for Mother's Day. It's for any women in your life, moms, grandmas, they can call in. They don't have to be on video. Aunts, nieces, sisters, daughters, any woman. It's a special day, and we want to make sure that we're able to honor them. It is a $10 fee. So if you want to invite your mom, it's $10 for you, $10 for her. And the way that you'll find that information, actually, I'll probably just have to post it because I didn't have the link ready. It is, Mia, if you're in here and you could help me out, but otherwise I'll be able to grab that. It is on the 10th, so it's Sunday, May 10th, 3 to 4 p.m. and I'm grabbing the link. But you're all invited. You do not have to be a member of the organization to attend. All right, I got the link. Here we go. All right, and make sure you put your location in the chat because that's how we'll choose. All right. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you next week. Bye. Oh, bye. Oh, Oakley.